Good morning and welcome to the Storm morning meeting. Just going to do a bit of a recap of last week. Last week ended obviously with quite a weak NFP number on Friday. We had a bit of a weaker dollar initially, and the 10-year not really budging too much. It crept under 130 and then sort of made its way back up to 132. Just going to quickly run through some of the main constituents of the Aussie. Just have a quick look at Naspers, CFR, Billies, Anglos, just to start the week and just to recap, where we're sitting on and how the market is looking at the moment. Just to start off, let's have a look at. I think we'll just quickly start with Naspers. Naspers tried to make a bit of a move for it last week. Ended the week a little bit lower. Seems to be holding a lot better than than the rest of the market. I see 10 cents up quite nicely this morning. And at the moment, seems to sort of, hold quite well. I don't know if that will continue, but definitely one of the stocks that I think, a lot of guys have blown their breakfast and sort of just given up on it. So might see a bit of outperformance here. Process also similarly, definitely, one that has been really good. It's regained a lot of a couple of levels here, and one that might be also one to own on pullbacks. But let's keep an eye because China tech is very news driven at the moment. Anglos is one that's sort of in no man's land at the moment. There's no real conviction either way. I do feel that the iron ore price, especially this morning or since our close, is off quite a lot. So this might be one to, I wouldn't be looking to buy this yet. I certainly think maybe after Friday's number, and I think definitely diversified might come under a bit of pressure. And I saw this morning there's some other factors at play. I think this is one that I'd probably favoring maybe to the short side this morning. But it's no huge conviction there yet. Billiton's is another one. You've got this one's tested its 200-day and sort of needs to regain 44.26. Obviously, it did pay a divvy last week, but also one that doesn't look great on the charts at the moment. So I probably wouldn't be looking to get any longs yet. The one that I wanted to look at is CFR, which has been responsible for quite a lot of points in our index. And, ever since that China clamping down on luxury good taxes and the combination of a stronger rand, this one's been belted quite hard. So I'll be watching this one this week to test its 200-day, which is at 155. It's pretty close to it. So I think this is one to keep on your radar and see how it digests at those levels if anyone's going to take a stab on the long. Then looking quickly at the PGM space, I think we've got Sibanye and Impalas and all of these guys which have been quite aggressively sold. I think Sibanye did quite a lot of volume on Friday in the auction. So let's keep an eye on this one maybe this morning. I know there's a hell of a overhang, and it definitely is one of everyone's favorite sort of trades. We call it the cattle trade. I think the moment if you're going to own this, you've got to have quite a tight stop. I think a tight stop in the risk reward here isn't too bad, I guess. If you've got a tight stop of 54.50, I do think this one could trade a bit higher. I think it's in a better space than the diversifiers at the moment. I think the PGM space is quite good. Let's keep an eye on this one. And then I'm going to look lastly, let's have a quick look at Goldfields and Anglo Gold. Goldfields, I think this one's also trading quite a tight range over the last 3 months, between 127 and 142. I think if you can own it, obviously at the bottom end of the range with a tight stop of 128, I think this is also not a bad trade. The US is close today, so let's be careful there. Looking to the week ahead, I think we obviously have that number that came out on Friday with markets. Been obviously supported with the anticipation of interest rates just keeping low and for longer. We did have some ECB hawkish comments on last week, and they're due to speak on Thursday, so that might be something to keep a close eye on. I think guys are sort of on the camp that inflation is gaining traction. We saw that S&P Case-Shiller index is rising quite aggressively. And we've got PP on Friday, which might give us more clarity on the rates of inflation. And this is the last week before we've got closeout and September expiry. So there might be some interesting action this week, and guys start positioning ahead of that. And so, I think it could end up being quite an eventful week. So finally today, I think my ideas for the day. Obviously, you got the US that's closed, so might be a little bit lighter volumes. But I think the one that I'm going to be watching is also Telkom. I know this is one that I've sort of banged on about a little bit, but it has sort of looks a little bit better. I've been waiting for a bit of a green candle and for it to establish itself. I think they've obviously got some concerns over their licensing, but let's see. On the chart it looks pretty good. I think it's closed about 40, so I think maybe this today, if you can get a little bit of a pullback and it can hold about 40 and close there, this might be one that could target 44. So I think at this price, you're not risking too much for decent return there. And then I'm going to be close eye on Truworths. Truworths did some big volume. Obviously got belted on Friday. I think it's the 200 days at 52. So keep an eye on that. Friday, as soon as it broke through, you could just see that the seller was there to stay. He immediately hit down, and from there, I think the stock was on the back foot. And then finally, I think I'm going to keep a close eye on Goldfields. Just see how these golds trade. They've been quite difficult and quick. Not ones to hold for the day. But as I said earlier, this it's sort of been this range, which I don't think looks like it's going to break either way. I would probably prefer Goldfields. Prefer Goldfields over Harmony, which came with numbers that were worse than expected. All right, guys, a bit of a longer one this morning, but I think on Monday I'm just going to do a bit of a recap of the week and give one or two ideas of where we're going on the week. Good luck for the day.